Now, I have to ask, I know that you have a Christie projector in every auditorium. Could you tell us a little bit about what motivated that decision?
Reliability motivates that decision. Well, a couple of things. Uh, Adequate light on the screen is a big deal. Uh, and I think that from a technical standpoint, if you want this picture to look good, and we've gotten a lot of very, very positive comments about how that image looks on our screens, not only at Governor Square, but across the circuit. I like that a lot. That's very important to me and important to both of us. I would say that the reliability aspect is that the portal that Christie has for our service techs to be able to access, to get information, and have incidentally qualified technicians on Christie's side that can answer questions. Now, and answer questions about the Series 1 projector that, right now on our circuit, we've got 5 Series 1 Christies continually operating that put pictures on the screen every night. And if you walked into those auditoriums, they're crisp, they're clear, they look fantastic. They've been extremely reliable for us. And I think that's the real point is that the Series 1 works, the Series 2 works, the Series 4 works, and you're buying the next series because you have this wonderful track record. And I know that it's product obsolescence, I suppose, is important for any business, but you still have parts for the equipment, and that is very, very meaningful, particularly when you get up into numbers where you have, like in this case right now, we have 79 screens that operate 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and we also maintain Christie extended warranties on all of our equipment and have since we had the ability to do so. And I believe in that. I think that that's been an excellent decision on our part. It's like buying insurance. And I haven't really done the math on it and said, are we ahead of the game or behind the game because we've had these warranties? I just think for parts availability, yes, but the parts have been very reliable. Probably behind the game. We probably paid more money in insurance, if you will, than you would, but you never know when the house will burn down. But the fact is that if you have something that is that product that's that good, that is going to stay on the screen 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and in some of the early stuff that we have some projectors that went into service in 2009. That says a lot about Christie's products.
Yeah, that
Why
tells
would
you all you need to know.
why would we go anywhere else? I have the aforementioned, we were talking, I have several Barco projectors that are residing in a closet right now because we couldn't get parts for them. And more importantly, the difference between Christie and the competitor is the fact that the Series 1 projector is they had that as a framework to start with. Series 2 is basically built on that same chassis, if you will, if you want to talk about it like a car, and Series 3 and Series 4. So there's a familiarity between all these pieces of product, all the iterations of this as it's expanded. And it makes it easier for our techs and our general management staff that has to run the equipment and know what it is. And also, when you call the company and say, I have a Series 2 and I have this problem with it, they don't say, oh, that's the old one, and there's no one there that has any knowledge about how to repair your earlier products. And that is a reliability that I think people should really understand and count on. The other part of this puzzle is the fact that from a supply chain issue, we order Christie's equipment, and you have a project that all of this has to move with a timeliness. And if you're expecting your projector to arrive on Monday, July 1st, at 8 a.m., it's sitting at your doorstep. And that is a reliability that I think you need in exhibition. As again, we're always trying to make a date. You're trying to make sure you're there for Memorial Day and Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch. And if your projector shows up 3 or 4 weeks late, that really pushes you into a bad spot. So again, the reliability of the chain of supply chain is very important.
Fabulous. Thank you, Cory. I appreciate that.